One game. That's what it always comes down to. For over half a decade, this has been where the best duel it out. And for over 50 seasons, this has been where the champion is crowned. Every season is a fight for the top. And it always comes down to one game. A game where legacies can be created.
It's Green Bay with a perfect season.
Champ gets his 9th ring.
And a game where controversy can arise.
No, that can't happen.
Robbed again! He caught it! He was in! A game where dreams can be shattered.
Back-to-back champion!
Oh, that was so messed up.
And a game where a mistake can change it all.
What are you doing? How do you choke that bad?
A game where miracles can occur.
Entry Core completes the comeback.
Indianapolis comeback win!
And a game where Goliaths can fall.
What? It's incomplete.
And tonight, it comes down to one game. 2 teams, 1 winner, 1 hour, 1 game. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Legendary Bowl 54 pregame show. I'm here with the Cowboy Crab, this is channel, and Kopi, also known as Winter, with, well, I'll let you introduce yours, because yours is less obvious.
I am RBS, or Roblox Broadcasting System, on Twitch.
Yeah, so, this is a game. I'll be honest, we got very lucky of this one. This is a matchup I think people have wanted to see for so long in the Legendary Bowl, considering these two players, Big Shooter and Aatropt, and their history. I can go into it in a little bit, but first, just general, first impressions. What do you think of these teams so far this season? Because personally, I have some thoughts, but first I'll let you guys say your thoughts.
Oh, you don't want to go? Okay, I'll go.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that these two teams this season have been very competitive, I'd say. Aatropt 11-1 going into the playoffs. Had a shocking loss to Loic and Flagstaff in the group stages, but after that, it's been smooth sailing all the way to this Legendary Bowl. Meanwhile, Shooter hasn't looked the best as he had last season, but he's definitely still been up there in D1 with some of the best teams this season. And, they've both been top 5s this season, and it's no surprise that both of them have met in the Legendary Bowl.
I mean, I fully agree. I know, because I've streamed a bunch of their games throughout the entire season, and I can tell you, especially with, Green Bay, outside of, because I know I streamed the Hartford game in Series 1, which was pretty bad, but outside of that, every Green Bay game I streamed, he played great. Big Shooter played as good as he always does. The mobility in the pocket to keep plays alive is still there and still really strong. But on the flip side, you got Baltimore, who, fun fact, I'm going to give you the Legendary Bowl records for both these two quarterbacks. So, in terms of Legendary Bowls, Aatropt is 1-6 in Legendary Bowls. He has won a single one, and it was 10, 20, 15 maybe seasons ago. Big Shooter, on flip side, is 5-3, and he's won the past couple that he's been to, so they couldn't be any more different in terms of how they perform in the Legendary Bowl. I mean, this is my opinion.
I do agree. Aatropt very infamous for not doing very good in Legendary Bowls. I mean, a few seasons ago, he definitely got robbed out of a Legendary Bowl after it was called that Tunicus was flagging, but otherwise, he has not had the best luck in Legendary Bowls. I mean, Season 28 was Macrogate. He originally won, but then it was overturned due to the use of macros not being important. And then back all the way in the 30 seasons, I believe it was 31, he threw 6 interceptions against 54K and had an embarrassing loss.
I mean, yeah. I know Cowboy Crab has been around for a long time in LFG. Do you have any thoughts of your own on the history of these two or anything like that?
I think what we're seeing tonight is definitely a matchup that at first when I first saw them, like these two haven't played in a Legendary Bowl. They've been in LFG for a while, but no, when one makes it, the other just not in the Legendary Bowl. But I mean, as been stated before, Aatrox only one Legendary Bowl win on his resume, and that went back in season 36. Still with Baltimore, but against Nico in a very close game. One of the better Legendary Bowls, I gotta say. But for Big Shooter, especially in recent seasons, the Legendary Bowl has arguably been his game. It is very difficult to beat Big Shooter in the Legendary Bowl unless your name is Pope.
I mean, I'm gonna quote the song you sent me, theme song of Jeff Jarrett. It's currently Big Shooter's world. It's his world right now, and we're just living in it. But the flip side of that coin is while Aatrox has a terrible record in the Legendary Bowl, he has the advantage in the head-to-head record in playoff games. They've faced Aatrox and Big Shooter have faced each other 7 times in the playoffs over the entire history of LFG, and Aatrox has won 4 of those matchups. But the important thing I wanted to mention is out of all those games, Aatrox has never lost when on Baltimore. Every time he's been on Baltimore, he has beaten Big Shooter. So that's the question I have today is Aatrox's poor performance in Legendary Bowls going to lead to a Big Shooter victory? Or is Aatrox's advantage in the head-to-head going to overcome it and give him his second ring? That's the real question we're heading into when it comes to this game. So, but, I mean, outside of that, as you mentioned, Aatrox just got really unlucky recently. The Legendary Bowls I've seen off the top of my head, Legendary Bowl 50, it was Aatrox versus Envy Corps. It was New Orleans, Fayetteville. By all intents and purposes, New Orleans should have won that game. The only reason they lost is because Envy Corps pulled off the biggest comeback in Legendary Bowl history to beat them. And then Legendary Bowl 52, as Winter brought up, yeah, it was Tunis's cheating on the final play, which got overturned. So it's just been a lot of bad luck for Aatrox. The question is just that, is that looking to continue here? Who knows? But yeah, I mean, do you guys have any opinions on the players on each team? Because I've got some, but I've been talking too long right now.
I mean, these lineups are definitely very good for tonight. I mean, you look at both lineups. Aatrox has Chicago, who's been very reliable for him in the past few seasons. He also has Cabby Lai, who is one of the best LOSs in the game and also one of the best shorts in the game. Like, if you watch Cabby Lai play short, you will see he is one of the greatest shorts to ever play in LFG. And then new additions that he had this season that were on the other side of that Legendary Bowl 52 loss. He has Nalik, who has been kind of a meme in the playoffs recently, but definitely still has the accolades to show that he is one of the best in the league. And then another one, Falcon, who is arguably the greatest receiver in LFG history. I mean, the accolades speak for themselves. Meanwhile, Shooter, he does have some good players too, a lot of returning ones like MVP Mustafa, Janky, Merce. Like, these players, they're all very proven to each other. I don't think there's many unknown players in this Legendary Bowl, but it's just a matter of who is the better player.
Yeah, I agree. And also, to add on to your point, I actually looked at it. There are only 2 players in this that they're going to be playing in this game that don't have a ring. The only 2 people, okay, never mind, 3 people. Elias does not have one. Maddox does not have one. And Zelks does not have one. So 2 players on Baltimore don't have rings and 1 player on Green Bay. But when you look at, like, the rest of them, like, we're looking at Falcon, 10 rings. Nalik, 7 rings. Also, correction, apparently, I misread. Chicago does not have one either, so never mind, that makes it 4, but... Cabby Lai, Flau, Aatrox, all have 1. Shooter has 5. Colt has 2. Door Poopy, I guess, has 5. Half Snow has 3. 2, 5. Like, most of these players have won multiple rings. So the rosters are most definitely stacked. There is no question about that one heading into this game.
I mean, yeah, the curses for some of these players as well. I mean, you mentioned it before. Aatrox 1-6 in Legendary Bulls. He's had a curse on his head multiple times for these Legendary Bulls. But then again, you also have Mustafa on the other team, who's definitely been cursed in Legendary Bulls. If I'm correct, he is also 1-6 or 1-6 in Legendary Bulls. So no matter what, one of those players is going to win their second ring tonight.
So, Cowboy, you got any thoughts today on the lineups?
Just looking at these lineups, I can just tell you out of the gate, we're seeing some of the best players this league has to offer step on the field here tonight. And in terms of curses, if my memory is correct from last season, we saw Mustafa break his curse of not getting a Legendary Bowl last season. If I'm remembering correctly, am I right on that?
I
Yes,
mean,
you are correct on
if
that.
he was on Green Bay last season, then yes, because Green Bay won last season.
So we saw one curse end last season, and with it being pointed out that someone else's curse is ending here tonight, I feel like something's got to break here tonight, without a doubt. But I mean, I'll get into more of my prediction thoughts in a little bit when we get to that. But this is definitely a very star-studded matchup, without a doubt.
I mean, yeah, I agree. And to add on to your point, that's just this whole game, honestly, is what's going to break? Is Big Shooter going to win due to his because he's the better player in the Legendary Bulls? Or is Aatrox going to win because he has the advantage head-to-head? You know, you have curses both sides. Both teams have advantages, both head-to-head and in Legendary Bulls. Like, this game could go either way. But I think I might have mentioned this earlier, I'm not sure. But something I did notice is when looking through all of the scores for their previous playoff matchups, I mean, it was really interesting. I think I might still have it open here. Let me pull it up. I think I have it somewhere. I think it's in here. Yeah, I do. Okay, so I'll go through all of them. So the first time they played each other in the playoffs, so Season 21, Elite 8. Aatrox was on Miami at the time. Big Shooter was on Green Bay. But Big Shooter is always on Green Bay. He's never been on a team that's not Green Bay outside of the college era. In that game, Aatrox ended up winning 69-46. The very next season, Season 22, Sweet 16, this time Aatrox was on Denver, and Denver again won 45-42. Then you get to the college era with Season 29, Round 1, Michigan State versus San Diego State. At the time was their names. I don't remember what their names are now, but San Diego State, which is who Big Shooter was on, they ended up winning that game. And then 10 seasons later, Season 39, Final Four, Harrisburg versus Green Bay. Green Bay again won. Then Season 41, Elite 8, Baltimore ended up winning by 20 points. Season 44, Terrific 24, which is San Diego versus Green Bay. Green Bay ended up winning in overtime because they did a 6v6 overtime, which is the only footage that exists anymore. And then finally, 3 seasons ago, Season 52, Final Four, it was a slaughter. Baltimore won that game by 30 points. So, yeah. But, important to note, these two teams have faced each other this season. They faced each other in Series 3 of this season. And Baltimore barely won by 2 points. The final score was 61-59. So, if that's what we're going off of for this game, I'm expecting nothing short of a game that's going to go very down to the wire, be down to the very last play, down to the last moment, down to the last drive. And I'm sure that's what everyone's hoping for, because that would mean we're getting a really good game. And who doesn't want a good game?
Everybody wants to see a good game.
I mean, yeah. I mean, no one wants to see
a... still want it to be a close game. I'm sure they'd rather just take the blowout win and get a ring.
That is true. That is true.
But from a fan perspective, you want the best game you can possibly get.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want another Pope shooter situation.
Yeah.
No. We don't want 42-7. We don't want that.
Yeah. Fun fact about that, actually, because it is related. That is the only time in Legendary Bowl history that a team has been held under 10 points. And the victim of that was Big Shooter. So, yeah.
That's also the only time a team has been mercied in the Legendary Bowl.
Yeah, that too. But in terms of other things, I do have something I found kind of interesting. So take this with a grain of salt. It's like an insider information thing. But as far as I can tell, granted, things might change or this information could be wrong, but I have reason to believe that this is Half Snow's final game in LFG. As far as I'm aware, he's leaving after this season. Will this actually happen? I don't know. Only time will tell. But for now, this is seeming like the last dance for Half Snow and LFG. So that's just another storyline heading into this game. You know, will Half Snow end his LFG career with a championship ring? Or, you know, will Big Shooter go back-to-back for the second time in LFG history for him? He went back-to-back, what was it, season, was it
46, 47.
Yeah, 46, 47, and was undefeated season 47. And he won last season. If he wins again this season, that'll be the second back-to-back, which I think will make him only the second player to ever do that. First one obviously being champ, but as far as I'm aware, no one else has won back-to-back Legendary Bowls twice. No one else has done it.
I believe. Oh, yeah, twice.
Talking twice. Dreams did do
at least at the
back-to-back.
quarterback position.
Yeah,
at least at the quarterback position.
Yeah, at least in the quarterback position. That's really the only real data I have.
That's probably the big thing to add to that, because there's definitely probably been other players that have done them, but at the quarterback position, probably not.
And yeah, quarterback position is the most important position in Football Fusion. If you don't have a good quarterback, then you're just kind of screwed. You can't really win with a terrible quarterback.
Yeah, the game manager type of quarterback model does not exist here in the Row Football realm.
I mean, yeah, running the ball doesn't exactly work very well unless you're at the goal line. But
and even then, sometimes it doesn't work.
Yeah. But outside of that, I mean, I don't know. I think just again, going back, I'm sorry I keep going back to it, but just the Legendary Bowl history these two players have is, because I just find it so interesting how different it is, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure that most of A-Trip's losses have been close, as far as I've seen. The one ring he won, it was very close. Obviously, 50 and 52 were close. I think there was one.
31 was definitely the worst.
31 not so close.
But
40 to 19 with 6 picks.
Yeah. Hopefully we're not seeing that A-Trup today.
Yeah, let's hope not.
A-Trup's if I was A-Trup, I'd make sure I'd leave that version of himself back in Utah.
Yeah. I mean, both these quarterbacks have had one ugly Legendary Bowl.
That wasn't something I really thought about until now. Yeah, both of these guys have had stinkers in the Legendary Bowl, but they've also had some very great games. So
again,
now I'm starting to wonder to myself, which versions of these quarterbacks are we going to see? Are we going to be seeing the versions we've been seeing all season? Or is one of them going to have one of their bad Legendary Bowls again?
I mean, again, only time will tell, but personally, not to jinx anything, but both these two quarterbacks in their most recent Legendary Bowl appearances have played pretty well. I mean, again, Big Shooter, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, has won, the past 3-4 Legendary Bowls he's been in? The past couple.
153 and then 47-46.
So the past 3 Legendary Bowls, he has won. But again, on the flip side, it's so weird how these two teams just mirror each other in all these interesting ways. Like, even just looking here, Big Shooter has won the last 3 Legendary Bowls he's been in, but A-Trup has made 3 of the last 5 Legendary Bowls. And he's lost all 3 of them. So, well, not all 3 of them, because this one hasn't happened yet, but the last 2 of those 3 have ended in losses. Will this be the 3rd? Who knows? Again, we'll only know once the game concludes. But
Who knows? But I think a telltime factor of that will be the streak combos and also the deep core, as we have a lot of good ISOs tonight. You got Nalik and Janky, and then you have Mustafa and H-Rept. Those are two matchups to look out for on the field.
yeah, also just like thinking about it off the top of my head, like I don't know. Sorry, I got sidetracked because Shesty, who's doing the YouTube and TikTok stream, messaged me and stuff. So that kind of derailed myself. I completely forgot what I was gonna say. Crap. I don't know. It's just both these two quarterbacks and these teams are both so similar yet so different. They're so similar in terms of skill, so similar in terms of just how accomplished they are, but so different in terms of like H-Rup's LFG, Legendary Bowl record compared to Big Shooters, or their, head-to-head matchups, or their luck in Legendary Bowls. So, I don't know, it's just such a, because I remember with 51 or 37, which I streamed both of those, 51, in hindsight, I feel like it was pretty clear Boise was probably going to win. They were one of the best teams in the league that season against a team that was very untested. And then you got 37, where it was Check Down Charlie on Seattle versus Champ and Charlotte. And it was Champ in the Legendary Bowl. He doesn't lose in the Legendary Bowl unless his opponent is Big Shooter or
Rise was the back for the college era that beat him. I think it was season 33.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like the first.
23.
That was like the first. 23. Yes, my bad. But that was like the first major time where it's like, oh, holy crap, Champ can lose in the Legendary Bowl just because it hadn't been done before.
I believe that was 25. 23 was the season that Graph.
I got my threes mixed up. Yeah, 25. Yeah, that was just the first time that I can actually remember. Like, wow, Champ can lose a Legendary Bowl.
Yeah. So yeah. I don't know. It's just, again, it's such an interesting matchup. But do you guys have any final thoughts before we go to the predictions part of the segment?
I'm all good here.
One last, just going off like what I saw recently in the Final Four over on RSC. This Green Bay offense was very, very good. Granted, they did play an opponent that probably should not have been in the Final Four if they're just going off of the game itself, but outside stuff and all that. But, I just saw that team in the second half. Shooter was just firing off, like constant deep balls, and they were pretty much all hitting. Like, it was crazy to see that. At one point, we were just seeing back and forth quarterbacks back of their own end zone, just sending it up right side. And the guys were coming down with it. So I definitely think the deep ball is going to be something that if I'm Baltimore's defense, I need to keep an eye out for here tonight.
Yeah, and to go off, because again, I also watched both of those games as they were happening. I was watching them simultaneously. Something I noticed is Green Bay, Indianapolis. Green Bay mercy ruled them. They scored 70.
That was the first time we'd seen the 70-point rule come into effect since it was created.
I assume in the playoffs. I don't know. Maybe it's happened previously in the playoffs. I don't remember off the top of my head.
I'm pretty sure it's happened a few times in the regular season.
But this is
but
this is most definitely this is definitely the most recent occurrence of it. On the flip side,
most memorable.
On the flip side, Baltimore versus Durham. That game I thought was kind of like that's the weird thing about this whole season is Baltimore has only lost 2 times this season. They lost to Lansing in the regular season, then they lost to Flagstaff in the group stage. But something I've noticed is most of Baltimore's games that I've looked at have been really close. Like their game against Toronto, I think, didn't they win by a field goal?
It was by a field goal, yeah.
And against Durham,
one-score games.
Yeah. Although again, if the Durham game, it was close until I believe near the end where Baltimore started pulling away. But
Like
throughout
at the very end, yeah, but it's so close throughout the majority of that game. It was like, are we gonna see the upset? Like, is that possible?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
again, that's just again the weird thing about Baltimore is like you would think based off their record and everything heading into this game that they should be the clear favorites. They have the better record. They have the better record, and Green Bay has, especially in the regular season, they've lost to a couple teams that I don't really think you should be losing to. But again, you look at the actual substance of those games, and it's like, I don't know. It's especially recently. So it's really, again, it's just a question of what version of these two teams are we going to see today? That's the real question. There's no doubt these two teams can be really good. The question is, will they play that way?
Yeah. Also, to add on to your 70-point rule thing, the last time we saw the 70-point rule in effect in the playoffs was season 44 with Graf against Mezzo in the Sweet 16.
Huh. Well, I
That's
guess
been a
there
long
you
time.
go. It's been 10 seasons. So
I think
that's
that was okay. It is. That's been a while.
I don't know when that rule was implemented. I wasn't around for
I remember
then.
it being implemented around the time when check down. Yeah, I think it might have been right after season 44 because I remember it was made after Charlie won the ring and like him and let me see who's quarterback for Rochester for that game. It was
I believe it
him
was
and
Apu.
him and Apu. They combined put up over 100 points in that game.
I mean, yeah, that's again.
So I think it might have been after season 44 is when that rule was implemented. I could be wrong, but I think it was somewhere around that time. That's when it got made.
Yeah, that's again just the question of which version of these two teams are we going to see? So I mean, yeah, that's about that again, that's just the thing. So, but I think because we've exhausted literally every and all possible talking points at this point.
Okay, so the 70-point rule
never
was
mind.
made at the end of season 43, series 4.
Okay.
So my rough estimate was correct.
So it was literally
Yeah.
the season where so the one season was made, that postseason, it happened, and then it took 10 more seasons for it to happen again.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so I just realized I need to actually ask the game leak at some point. I haven't asked any of the teams yet. It kind of slipped my mind, but
Yeah,
I have to do
Legendary Bowl
that.
Streamer. Legendary Bowl without a streamer.
First ever legendary bowl call on radio.
I
Live from
hope
FSG
not.
Stadium.
I sure hope not. Oh, side note, that actually reminds me of something I kind of want to bring up. I was going to have logos on the field, custom uniforms. I was going to have the color of the stadium different. But freaking today, Roblox put out an update that broke the program I used, so I just can't use them. I've been checking constantly. In fact, I'll probably check right before the game, but every time I've checked, it still hasn't had an update yet. So at this point, even if it does get updated now, it's a bit too late to really use that system. But whatever. I mean, they can't all be perfect. I'm sure if you want the custom stadium and all, you can check the YouTube and TikTok versions, but yeah. Tune Assist is in the chat. Thank you for the 5 bits. Yeah, we were just talking about you. And be light for following, or blight, or whatever. Well, outside that, good to know that the alert box is working. Well, I think, because I completely forgot to show this here, as of when I checked, Baltimore is the current... Kopi's just gone. Where'd he go?
Oh, what
lost.
the?
Oh,
I
I think you're
disconnected.
AFK
Oh.
for too long.
All right.
Well,
One moment.
well. Well, okay.
Anyways,
Yeah. Well, while we're waiting for him to get
Get out of the bathroom.
reborn, you know, be brought back to the grid, according to the Discord server, which is what I checked most recently, it might have changed a bit, but that 66% of people think Baltimore is going to win. Now, whether that's because they actually think he's going to win, or simply because they don't want Big Shooter to win, who knows? But that's what I saw. At the very least, welcome back. At the very least, for me, who do I think is going to win? It's I don't know, I think it's going to be very close. And I've been arguing myself back and forth constantly the past couple days, well, yesterday and today, and once the actual lineups were, submitted. Also, I kind of want to bring this up real quick. In the Twitch poll, it's overwhelmingly that Green Bay they think will win. So it's very split. Discord thinks it'll be Baltimore. The Twitch thinks it'll be Green Bay.
you just had to say something. Now I see people betting on Baltimore. Yeah,
Well,
the numbers are only going up right now.
I think
for
it's just
Baltimore.
one dude doing 10 points constantly. But
The numbers don't lie.
numbers don't lie, except for when they do.
Oh,
But-
back to 80% Green Bay.
I don't know. I think to me, what matters to me is looking at the history. While Hruppt has had more blowouts, victories over Big Shooter than the other way around, I think just in recent memory, Baltimore barely won that game in the regular season. And Big Shooter usually always plays really well in the Legendary Bowl. So, for that reason, I'm going to say Green Bay. It's going to be very, very close, in my opinion. But I think Green Bay just has a little more going for it. They have Big Shooter has the better Legendary Bowl record. And yeah, that's the main thing. That's the reason I'm going Green Bay. It's just that Legendary Bowl record. Hrupt's only won a single one. Cowboy, what about you?
Well, after discussing for the time we had on here, my initial pick has not changed. However, my reasoning for the pick has changed. After discussing Baltimore, realizing that most of their wins have been very close one-score games, and I could make an argument that you flip some of those wins the other way, they're not the favorite that they probably are. And knowing that in the past, teams who win a lot of one-score games and have a very inflated record tend to what's the word I'm looking for here?
Underperform?
Yes, they tend to underperform when the lights get the brightest, and Hrupt's very not great record here in the Legendary Bowl. He's either going to give us one of his best performances, or this is going to be a throwback to his game against Finley. I think Green Bay is definitely the safe pick for the Legendary Bowl here tonight, and I have them winning the Legendary Bowl. Shooter goes back-to-back once again.
And, well, we have a potential to get some deja vu here, because Legendary Bowl 51, the predictions were the first two, me and Cowboy, both picked Indianapolis. The third guy picked Boise, ended up being right. Winter, what do you think?
Well, both these teams this season have been very good. I mean, they've hovered around the top of D1. Both D1, D2. Shooter, whenever he did get relegated from D1, he went immediately 3-0 back up. But Baltimore had ended the regular season on an 8-game winning streak. We have not seen that in LFG for a while, ever since Season 51 Rico. In the group stage, he performed at some of his very best after a fluke loss to Loic and then cruised his way to a Legendary Bowl. I'm gonna break the streak, everybody. I'm going with Baltimore to win the Legendary Bowl.
Wow. Well, there we go. It's literally deja vu. Pretty much the exact same pattern. The question is, will the game's outcome be the same as 51? Because again, as I mentioned in that one, me and Cowboy picked Indianapolis. CSX, who was the third guy, picked Boise, and he ended up being right. And here we are again. Me and Cowboy agree, but the third guy doesn't. So will the third guy be right again? Or will me and Cowboy be correct? Again, only time will truly tell. I don't know. I remember last time people were asking me, like, oh, what are your score predictions?
Hey, last time I gave a score prediction, I almost got it right.
Well, then let's hear it. What's your score prediction?
Oh no, I said I almost got it right. I didn't get it right. I didn't even get the team right.
Oh. well, I've already put you on the spot. You got to give it now.
Oh man. You know what? High scoring game once again. We get close to 70. 63-59 Green Bay. Why not? High scoring game. We forget how to play defense.
You know what? Let's be a little silly. Let's say we're getting the exact same score as the regular season matchup we had this season, which was, as I'm double checking, 61-59. But the winner will be different. I think obviously I already said Green Bay is going to win, but yeah, I agree. It's be very high scoring. Green Bay, I feel like the winner is going to score at least 60, considering how these two teams are. And I guess finally, Winter, Kopi, what do you have to say? Your thoughts?
I mean, you take a look at the playoffs. Baltimore have not had a very good offense, but their defense has been what's winning them games. They held Durham to 20. I mean, they held Nico to 42. He's scored way more during the regular season. They held number 2 Tacoma to 33. And then in their terrific 32 matchup, they held Dreamy, who had a really good offense during this season, to 41. The name of the game for Baltimore has been defense, and their offense has just been on cruise control. Meanwhile, Green Bay, their name of the game has been offense. They've let teams score as many as they want, but during the playoffs, Shooter never scored below 60. But I believe that due to their faltering defense and Baltimore's unstoppable defense, I think they're going to hold Shooter to under 40 tonight, and I'm going to go Baltimore 52, Shooter and Green Bay 43.
All right. Gonna need the game link.
So it's just going off that. It sounds like it's going to be the irresistible force meets an immovable object. It sounds like that's going to be the name of the game here tonight.
I mean, yeah, literally. That's kind of the reoccurring storyline we've had this, during this whole discussion has been both these two teams have in the past have points to point to and go like, hey, they're probably going to win. I've brought up so many times, again, the Legendary Bowl records, their head-to-head records, their records this season, how they've performed in the postseason. So it's going to be close. I think that's the agreed thing. And oh my god, we got Ricky Slime in the chat.
Uh-oh.
Well, hello, Ricky Slime.
Light your tables, everyone.
Well, going back to the Twitch poll, not gonna lie, I'm kind of stalling for time. Wow. Well, I said earlier Green Bay was winning, and now Baltimore is winning. But the question I have is, are all 9,000? It's like, how many of those 9,000 points are multiple people, and how much of it is just one dude who put all their money on Baltimore?
I mean, I think I put 1,500 on Baltimore.
Is this pre-recorded? This is not pre-recorded.
Yes, this is pre-recorded.
Hi, Gridiron Sports Network.
Message right now.
Okay, Ricky Slime wants to say something. All right, Ricky Slime, what do you want to say? Fire up the community. Oh boy, what is Ricky Slime about to say?
Should I prepare a lawyer just in case?
DM me VC. I'm not putting you on VC.
I think a live microphone is a bad idea. I don't think we should do that.
I think we give the people what they want.
Okay.
I think the people can. They'll be fine. They've had other things.
If I say anything bad, ban me.
We don't have that power to ban you.
We
We're
can
not the
always
Justice
remove him.
Department.
You were
We can
already
always remove him from the
banned.
GC.
You were banned
fine.
earlier this season.
Here, Jordan, invite him, but have your mouse hovered over remove from group just in case.
Wait.
Oh no.
Possible ban evader has joined the chat. Sunflower named Kanye.
Interesting.
Well, now everyone in the chat wants Ricky.
Remember, you don't have to give them what they want. Peer pressure is only a concept.
Well, I do have
The
to stall
concept
for
that he
time.
should give into. Give them what they want.
I
we
do
need
have to
7
stall for. You know
minutes.
what? Let's do it. But again, I'm gonna have my mouse right over the remove button. All right, where's this thing? Where's this thing? Where's his application? I can grab his hat. It still hasn't been accepted or denied. It's still there.
It's just hovering.
Oh my god, I messaged him. Apparently earlier, like season 51 apparently. He about to drop the hard R.
Oh god.
Uh,
I honestly doubt.
can I do a
That
poll? Yes, poll. Okay, poll. Ricky Slime? Yes,
Yes,
no. And it's gonna be for 1 minute. Alright, let's see. I guess we'll see. This is the determining factor. Do the people want Ricky Slime or do they not want him?
There is a right choice and there's a wrong choice.
And then there's a neutral choices by not voting at all.
That's the lame choice.
I mean, hey, at least this extends it a bit. If Hrep wins, you'll gift 5 subs. And if Ricky comes on stream, you'll gift 5 more.
Well, are you money hungry?
Yes. Yes, I am. Thanks for asking.
Oh, that's great.
Well, okay, it seems everyone wants him. Alright. Hi.
Gotham needs that.
God damn. Well, what's his...
I think Gotham just needs a good football team, but that's just me.
Gotham? You think Gotham needs a football team?
No, they need a good one. They have one. They just need it to be good.
Gotham?
Yeah, that's like what the Shadow of New York is nicknamed.
Oh. I didn't... Okay, well, alright.
All right, playoff QB Ricky Slime is joining us.
Alright. Alright.
Should all
What do you have to say for yourself?
One chance, one moment, one opportunity. This is season 54. Everything is on the line when it comes to shit talking, when it comes to gameplay. This is the moment that we've all been waiting for. Now, I got one thing and one thing to say, and LFG, if you're with me, stand up, fire up, because here and now is where we fight, and here and now on Ruby Sports Network is where we see who will win, Green Bay or Baltimore. Right now, LFG on RSN. We are here, and tonight, Gotham is here, relying on one to save us
microphone is
all.
actively cutting out.
We decide tonight, will Big Shooter remain victorious, or tonight, will Hrep take it over? Now, you hide the tables, you hide your mother, because one day and one moment, one shot. Everybody's here. The line is here. This is the line. We all see the line in the sand. Now, who will cross?
All right, you heard him. Hide your
Well-
moms, hide your tables.
Also, I have been informed that I'm not allowed to have banned people in the stream. Oops. Too late, I guess.
Well, you know what?
oops.
At least it's pregame.
Yeah, at least it's pregame. Oops.
Ricky Slime, pay your bail. You're getting the
Well-
next legendary ball.
Well, thank you guys for being on for the pregame show. Apparently he's unbanned. So I don't know. 50-50, who cares? Well, thank y'all for being on. And, well, on to the game.
Rolling around left side, get on fire! Caught by Nellick! Incomplete! Baltimore going to a legendary bowl!
I think Green Bay's starting to pull away now.
Throw and caught,
Ball game.
touchdown! Shooter is headed to the legendary bowl to play Atra.
Listen up, there's not a moment to spare. It's quite a drop from the top, so how you feeling down there? It's a cold, cruel, harsh reality. Caught, stuck here with your enemies. Where did you think you could go? 'Cause everyone already knows it's 20 to 1. Yeah, so you better run. You got the world on its knees. You're taking all that you please. You want more. But you get nothing from me. You like the burden we bear. You love the hate that we share. You want more. But you get nothing from me but enemies. You started something that you just couldn't stop. You turned the ones that you love into the angriest mob. And the one last wish is that you pay for it. And there's no way you're getting out of this. Where did you think you could go? 'Cause everyone already knows it's 20 to 1. Yeah, so you better run. You got the world on its knees. You're taking all that you please. You want more. But you get nothing from me. You like the burden we bear. You love the hate that we share. You want more. But you get nothing from me but enemies. Enemies. Where did you think you could go? 'Cause everyone already knows it's 20 to 1. Yeah, so you better run. You got the world on its knees. You're taking all that you please. You want more. But you get nothing from me. You like the burden we bear. You love the hate that we share. You want more. But you get nothing from me. You got the world on its knees. You're taking all that you please. You want more. You get nothing from me. You like the burden we bear. You love the hate that we share. You want more. You get nothing from me but enemies. Enemies. Enemies.
Well, here we go. This is it, the moment, and we just got the game link. Here we go. It's time for the game you've all been waiting for. Legendary Bowl 54. It's insane to think that this is 2 years since I started RSN. And it's been over 6 years, almost 6 years, since LFG was started. Now, the entire season comes down to one game. Also, I hope y'all enjoyed the hype package. I am very proud of it. Barely got it done in time, too, because, like, my editing software broke, like, the video, like, half, like, when I exported the original time, I had to re-export it, but all good now. Can we see the hype thing? It'll be posted to the YouTube channel. So, yeah, just check it out. !YT. !YT in chat. There's the link. Also, you can do !LFG for the link to the LFG Discord server. Yes, I added commands now. This is Division 1. This is the championship game. Well, what a game to start off with. And Green Bay is the home team. Well, what league? What league? What league? What division? Is this basketball? Yeah, no, it's actually professional cricket. It's professional cricket, clearly. Also, thank you, Fishy, iVisual, Landon, for following. We did reach level 2 hype train, apparently. A bunch of things. RCFL, S1, thank you for following. Got JXDK1, Sergi, all of that. What is LFG? LFG is a game. Well, they're taking a long time to put the teams together. But we are in the game. The starting lineups today, by the way, I've got it down. Obviously, H-Rupt and Big Shooter are the quarterbacks. You got, on Baltimore side, as far as I'm aware, some players might be playing, some might not be. You got Colt, Dior, Poopy, I think, Half Snow, Matt, Merst, Mustafa, Janky, and Zalks. Hopefully I said his names right. Baltimore, you got H-Rupt, Elias, Falau, Kabili, Chicago, Maddox, Falcon, and Nalik. So, Mustafa. I don't know. I like saying it that way.